Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Project Life process video. I have to apologize for being gone so long. I was busy with life and then I got sick for about a week, but I am back now and I'm so excited to be here with you today. In this video, I am going to be sharing some pages I put together using some winter photos that I had from a couple of years ago when we went to visit my parents and the kids went outside and did some sledding. At this point, I have a bunch of my photos already printed out, and right now I'm trying to figure out some of the cards that I want to use. I'm going to be using a combination of some cards from a Heidi Swapp value kit. I believe it's called Winter, and then some of these other cards from my Studio Calico subscription. I had already picked up this value kit a while ago because of the colors in it. I knew it would be perfect for these photos of the kids sledding. The whole kit is full of pinks and blues and a bunch of silver. And as I'm going through these cards, I want to make sure that I am spreading out the colors evenly, the blues and the pinks. And I'm also incorporating a little bit of gray here and there. This white acrylic piece that says Winter Vibes is from Color Cast Designs, and it's really the reason why I'm putting these pages together right now. I thought it was the perfect thing to add on to this page here, and it was really the starting point to get me going on these pages. Now that I have most of my cards picked out, I'm going to go ahead and use these snowflakes that came in the value kit and see if I can't put some around. I really did want to use this big silver snowflake, so right now I'm just going to leave it on that card on the left hand side, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to some more embellishment pieces that I know I want to use, and I just have to figure out where I want to use it for sure. So that wood veneer piece right there, that is another one from Color Cast Designs, and it says Happening Now, and I knew I wanted to use it somewhere, so I've set it down for now, and I'm going to move on to more embellishing. I have picked out this sheet of stickers from the recent Studio Calico kit, and I want to see if I can use these stickers somewhere in my spread. I tried to add it in the middle of that star on my title card, but I didn't like it, so I took it off, and I found this wood piece that has the arrow, and I like that better, so I'm going to leave that there for now. For the next little while, I'm going to be spending some time trying to figure out how to embellish my cards and my photos. I really like these pink wood stars that came from my Studio Calico kit, and I want to put it over there on that bottom left photo. This particular photo is of my dad and Noah going up and around our big rock that we have in my parents' backyard. This big rock has been there since my parents built the house, and it is really big, and as kids we used to sled down it in the wintertime, so it is really neat to see my kids enjoying it at the same time. And you'll see a photo later that I print out of more of the rock, so we can talk more about that later. And right now I am working on this 3x4 filler card, and I have that wooden piece that says Happening Now, and I want to spell out the word snow, so I'm grabbing some black letters and gonna go ahead and spell out the word snow. It just so happened to be lightly snowing when the kids went outside, and it was so pretty. And if you see the top left photo there of the trees, you can't really see it in the video, but in the actual photo you can see that I got some of these snowflakes, and I spent maybe 15 minutes or so trying to get a good picture of the snow, so that was fun. Right now I'm trying to work in one of those pink stars on that snow card, and I think I'm going to go with the smaller one. Next up is I'm going to put some word strips on this photo here of my dad and Noah. I'm going to place them right on the blue tube, and then I'm going to put another pink star on there to finish that photo off. What I've done here is I have placed the photo underneath the pocket page, so that way I can put my stickers on top and see where I want them without damaging my photo. And that's one of the things I've talked about in other videos, and it's something I do all the time, because if I stick down a sticker and it's not in the right place where I want it, most of the time I can't get it off of the photo very easily, and it just ruins the photo. So there's a little tip for you. I'm just gonna go ahead and put everything down on the actual photo now and put my little star on there, and I'm going to move on to putting together my title card. Alright, I'm back. I am almost done putting together my title card. I just need to staple the star onto the card because it is hard to get to stick on just with glue. So I went ahead and stapled it on. I've decided to go ahead and take that arrow piece off, and I'm going to back it with some pink paper. And so I just put it on top of the paper and just cut it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it back on my title card. I think it adds just a little pop of color right there in the middle of that blue star. Here's the finished title card. And now I'm going to go ahead and kind of put my spread back together, and it looks like I printed out that top right-hand corner photo of my daughter out in the snow. I also have a few empty slots here that I need to print out some more photos. And I also just measured that white space on the gray card so I could know what size to print out my photo for that. And as you can see, I am going to cut out those photos. The small square one is going to go on that gray card. And the last photo I have is a 3x4 of some of the kids sledding down the hill. I'm going to go ahead and place that photo onto the gray card and go ahead and take a look at what I have so far and see if I need to rearrange anything. I'm thinking that that big silver snowflake is just too big for what I want. So I'm going to switch it out with the pink one and rearrange some of the photos. I feel that the one card that has that Go banner on it is too close to the snow card. So I'm trying to figure out a way to separate them so that way my spread is not too busy in one area. And I'm also going to cut up this Laughing Out Loud card. And so the plan was to put it in one of the 3x4 slots. But you'll see later that I just take it out altogether. I really did like the card in the beginning because it went well with the bottom photo of Maddie down there on the ground. She was sledding down the hill and got down faster than her tube did, and her tube landed right on top of her. I'm going to move on to this journaling card here, and I pulled out some of those hexagon squares, or not squares, the shapes, and I'm going to make kind of a cluster with them in the top corner. And I'm going to use 3 of them and put them on the top. I chose colors that went well with my photos. I believe I picked a gray one and one that was kind of a darker pink. I took that bigger one off and needed a smaller one to finish off that 3 cluster there. And now I'm going to pick a word strip to go across the journaling card, and then I'm going to put my journaling down on the bottom. Looks like I went ahead and printed my last 3x4 photo. I need to go ahead and finish up these 2 journaling cards over here on the left side. So I picked out a sticker that says "Let's Go," and I added it on to the bottom of that gray card that has the 2 kids on top of the hill. And I thought that went really well, and I'm gonna go ahead and glue everything down now that I'm ready to put it together. Typically, I'll wait until I know that I have everything that I want on the card, and then I'll go ahead and glue everything down. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna go ahead and put that Go banner on, and I believe that is from one of the Ali Edwards story kits. I think it's the Drive kit. So now I have my last 4x6 photo printed, and I went ahead and put that in the slot. While I was filming this video, I came across these clear stickers, and one of them said snowflake. And so I had an idea of adding the flake part of the word onto the bottom of that snow card. So I'm going to go ahead and take the wood piece off. It didn't necessarily ruin the card, but you can kind of tell that there's a little bit of the paper coming off. But once I put the clear sticker back on, you won't even be able to tell. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it out now, so that way I can go ahead and put it on my card. And then the plan is to put that wood piece back on the card on the bottom of the flake. In the end, I love how the card turned out, and I'm so glad that I found that snowflake sticker. It's time to go ahead and finish up my spread here. I found a puffy sticker that says family, and I thought that was appropriate for the day because we were with family. And so I've gone ahead and printed off some journaling onto the bottom of that card, and then I put the family sticker on the top of that card where the cluster is. And then I also added a little star underneath the puffy sticker. I also added a little wood piece onto that card. I'm just going to go ahead and glue that star down as well. And then that card is done. I'm going to move on to the snowflake card. I'm going to go back to that because I think it was bugging me a little bit that the flakes was down further in the card that I wanted it to. So I took the snow word apart and put it all the way across the card, and then I put the flakes underneath the snow and then added the wood piece back on. And I'm going to leave it for now. I think I'm going to go ahead and glue it all together here in a minute. It seems that in this spread I was a little indecisive on what I wanted to do, because I went ahead and took that go piece off and replaced it with a pink star. I decided to go with the less is more approach on this one. What you have to remember is there are no rules when it comes to doing these Project Life pages. You can do it however you want. You can add as many embellishments as you want to, or you can not embellish at all. It just all depends. And sometimes I go through phases where I don't want to put as many embellishments on, and sometimes I put a lot on. It just all depends. Okay, so now I'm going to work on this last card, and it is a pink card, and I've gone ahead and put some embellishments on the top there. I believe I added a hexagon sticker and then a piece of chipboard. It says overheard, because on that card I am going to add a quote from one of the kids. It reads, "Push me, Maddie, make me go fast. I want to go fast." One of them asked how cold it was, and another one answered that it was 15 degrees below. A snowman that I had, and then I also added another pink star to go on there, and that card is done. And now I'm going to go ahead and stamp on this photo here. And the stamp says "Loved this day," and it's one from Allie Edwards. And I thought it would go really well in the middle of that photo there. I have one last journaling card to do, and that is this 4x6 one. Now this one is from the Heidi Swapp kit that I mentioned earlier. I think it's called either Winter or Oh What Fun, something like that, but I loved the colors. And so I'm going to go ahead and put some journaling on the right side of that card, and then embellish the bottom. The value kit comes with some of those snowflakes, so I added one on the bottom along with a word strip, and then I'm going to add another one of these neat clear stickers. This one says cold, and so I thought that was appropriate because it was very, very cold. Alright, you guys, I am done with this spread. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm going to end with some photos here, and I want to say thank you again for coming and watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!